Not a castle, nor a towering skyscraper, yet some bird nests rival the greatest feats of human design. Built with patience, precision, and a touch of genius, these tiny masterpieces leave the world in awe. Imagine, in the heart of scorching deserts, or hidden deep beneath the earth, lie astonishing creations, woven homes of safety and survival, each a marvel of instinct and ingenuity. Every branch, every thread, placed with purpose, telling a silent story of resilience. Join me as we unveil the secret lives of these feathered architects, where nature and art unite in ways you never thought possible. The journey begins now. Beneath the blazing sun of southern Africa's vast savannas, a colossal structure hangs from trees and utility poles, not built by humans, but by the sociable weaver. This is no simple nest. It's a sprawling, multi-story apartment complex woven from grass, twigs, and plant fibers, housing more than 100 bird families under one roof. Each pair has its own private chamber, yet all benefit from the ingenious design. Upper levels stay warm through frigid nights, while lower levels remain cool in the searing midday heat. From a distance, it resembles an enormous haystack, but inside thrives a bustling world of safety, comfort, and cooperation, shared even with sparrows, woodpeckers, and the occasional snake, a true masterpiece of avian community living. High in the emerald canopy of Central America's rainforests, a masterpiece sways in the wind, the breathtaking nest of the Montezuma oropendola. These aren't ordinary nests. They are sky-bound works of art, woven from soft plant fibers into hanging baskets nearly 2 meters long, suspended from the very tips of slender branches where predators dare not venture. They rock gently like nature's cradles. The male, a true avian architect, builds several at once to win the heart of a mate. And when the wind stirs, the motion trains the chicks' balance from the day they hatch. Beautiful yet strategic, these nests are floating fortresses that dance with the sky. Not a castle and not a skyscraper, yet some bird nests stand as masterpieces of nature, rivaling the finest works of human hands. Crafted with unshakable patience and flawless precision, they rise in deserts where the heat burns the earth and in hidden places no eye casually sees. Each is a fortress, a nursery, and a work of art, woven from twigs, grass, mud, or even threads stolen from the world around them. Every strand is placed with purpose, every curve shaped by instinct, honed over countless generations. These are not just shelters. They are stories of survival, ingenuity, and resilience. In them, the wild becomes an architect, and the sky's smallest creatures become builders of wonders that defy time itself. Beneath the relentless sun of Australia's arid scrublands, the malleefowl, quiet and unassuming, performs one of nature's most extraordinary feats of engineering. It doesn't soar high or sing complex songs. Instead, it builds a living machine. For months, the male labors to create a massive dome-shaped mound, up to 1 meter tall and 4 meters wide, made of sand, soil, leaves, and organic debris. When the rains arrive, the buried material begins to decompose, generating heat, turning the mound into a perfectly functioning natural incubator. Acting as a full-time temperature technician, the male checks the warmth daily with his beak and feet, adding or removing layers of soil to keep it constant. Inside, the female lays 15 to 30 eggs each season. When the chicks hatch, they dig their way out alone, ready to survive without parental care. In a land where every degree can mean life or death, the malleefowl's earthen mound stands as a masterpiece of instinctive design, a testament to survival. Beneath the blazing sun of the African savanna, a tiny bird rises as one of nature's greatest climate architects, the southern masked weaver. In a land where heat scorches by day and nights can turn cold, this master builder crafts homes perfectly tuned to survive both extremes. With nothing but his beak and feet, the male weaves long, flexible strands of grass into a compact, spherical nest crowned with a thick roof for insulation. He studies the wind, sun, and airflow before construction, ensuring the entrance faces downward to block rain and keep the interior cool. Every knot is tied with precision, a performance of pure craftsmanship. Yet, his work must pass the ultimate test, the female's approval. If she disapproves, he dismantles the nest and begins again, driven not by necessity, but by an instinct for perfection. Season after season, this little architect proves that in the harshest climates, brilliance often comes in the smallest forms. In the lush green embrace of marshes and wetlands, the purple moorhen, often called the king of the marshlands, moves with regal grace. Draped in shimmering shades of violet and blue, crowned with a vivid red beak and striking frontal shield, it is a vision of elegance against the water's calm surface. But its nest is a marvel of quiet genius. Resting not high in trees nor hidden underground, it floats atop thick beds of reeds or dense vegetation, woven from grasses and leaves into a sturdy bowl. Though it may seem delicate, it withstands the ever-changing moods of the marsh. Both parents guard and nurture their chicks, who take their first steps onto the water's green carpet within days of hatching. With long legs and slender toes, the purple moorhen glides across floating plants as if walking on solid ground. Without grand fortresses, it creates a sanctuary of balance, adaptability, and resilience. A cradle as enduring as the endless wetlands it calls home. No saws, no drills, just a woodpecker and its chisel-like beak, striking with precision and rhythm like nature's own master carpenter. With each deliberate tap, it transforms dead tree trunks into shelters, nests, and even fortresses. Unlike open cup nests, the woodpecker crafts a hidden hollow deep within the wood, a vertical tunnel leading to a rounded chamber, softly cushioned with wood chips. This simple yet brilliant design offers warmth, safety, and protection from predators. Depending on the wood's density, the masterpiece can take days or weeks to complete. Each breeding season, they start anew, leaving their old homes to become valuable real estate for owls, starlings, and other forest dwellers. Found on nearly every continent except Australia and Antarctica, the woodpecker proves that with nothing but determination and a beak, nature can create wonders of both beauty and function. In the world of avian architecture, few can rival the penduline tits, nature's true master weavers. Small in size but unmatched in skill, these tiny craftsmen create breathtaking pouch-shaped nests that sway delicately at the very tips of branches. Using feathers, plant fibers, and even spider silk, they weave with the precision of artisans. But their genius doesn't stop at beauty. Each nest hides a false entrance, a cunning decoy to mislead predators, while the real entrance is camouflaged so perfectly it melts into the structure. The male begins the work alone, crafting to impress a mate, and once paired, the female joins in, lining the inside with soft feathers for warmth and safety. Each creation is more than a home. It's a couture masterpiece, blending elegance, intelligence, and survival in perfect harmony. Deep within the emerald rainforests of Papua New Guinea lives the Victoria-crowned pigeon, an avian royal draped in elegance with its striking crown-like crest. But beyond its beauty lies a quiet brilliance in nest building. Instead of cliffs or hidden hollows, This giant of the pigeon world chooses strong tree branches, 5 to 10 meters above the forest floor, where danger is kept at bay. Using small twigs, dry leaves, and vines, the male and female work side by side, crafting a shallow, dish-shaped nest, simple in appearance, yet perfectly stable. Beneath the dense canopy, it cradles a single precious egg, sheltered from sun and rain. For nearly 30 days, both parents take turns incubating, protecting, and caring. Modest yet ingenious, their nest is a testament to love, cooperation, and survival in one of the world's most challenging environments. Along the hidden bends of rivers and the still edges of lakes, the kingfisher practices a nesting strategy unlike any other, a master tunnel digger of the bird world. While most birds take to the trees, this bold architect goes underground, carving its home into steep, hard-to-reach clay banks. Working in pairs, they take turns chiseling into the earth with sharp, relentless beaks, creating tunnels up to 90 centimeters long that end in a secret chamber. The entrance tilts upward, a clever safeguard against flooding when waters rise. Inside, no twigs or leaves, just a floor of fish bones and scales, their scent masking the presence of chicks from predators. In the pitch-black chamber, white eggs rest safely for weeks until blind, fragile hatchlings emerge, protected by walls of clay. With its inverted design, the kingfisher proves that in nature, the safest sanctuary isn't always above. It can be hidden deep within the earth. In the heart of Southeast Asia's lush rainforests, the great hornbill stands as a steadfast guardian of life, turning nest building into an extraordinary ritual of love and survival. Rather than weaving or digging, the female seeks out a towering hollow tree, her fortress in the wild. But the true marvel begins after she steps inside. Together with her mate, she seals the entrance with mud and resin, leaving only a narrow slit through which the male passes food. For weeks, she remains sealed away, shielding herself, her eggs, and her chicks from danger, while the male works tirelessly outside, the sole provider for his hidden family. Only when the chicks grow strong does she break free, reuniting the family under the forest canopy. It is a story of sacrifice, devotion, and unshakable instinct, where every smear of mud carries the weight of love and the will to protect life. Beneath the scorching African sun, the northern carmine bee-eater, its feathers blazing red like living fire, chooses a nesting strategy as bold as its colors. Instead of high trees or rocky cliffs, these underground architects carve deep tunnels into riverbanks or vertical clay walls, using curved beaks and nimble feet. Stretching up to 2 meters, each tunnel ends in a small hidden chamber where 2 to 5 white eggs rest, shielded from predators and extreme heat. In vast colonies, they transform entire riverbanks into buzzing cities of crimson and song. During breeding, the male hunts tirelessly, catching bees and wasps mid-air, skillfully removing stingers before offering them to his mate, a gift of devotion and survival. In shaping homes from earth, these radiant birds turn barren landscapes into vibrant cradles of life. High above the world, perched on towering trees, rooftops, or even utility poles, the stork builds like a true architect of the sky. Across Europe, Africa, and Asia, its nests rise like natural fortresses, vast, sturdy, and crafted with patient dedication. On land, this calm yet meticulous builder weaves together large sticks, roots, dry grass, and even bits of wire or plastic, creating structures up to 2 meters wide. Though they may look untidy, these nests are remarkably stable, lasting for years and growing stronger with each breeding season. Male and female work side by side, reinforcing the walls and lining the interior with soft grass, leaves, and feathers to protect fragile eggs from the elements. Some stork nests endure for generations, becoming massive multi-level homes, sometimes even shared with other birds. In the world of avian architects, the stork is a master of lasting construction, a soaring symbol of devotion, resilience, and instinctive brilliance. Across the shimmering lakes and wetlands of Africa, the African jacana breaks the rules of the bird world, becoming both master builder and devoted father. While most species leave incubation to the female, here it is the male who takes full charge. He crafts a floating raft of lily pads and aquatic plants, a nest that drifts gently yet securely on the water's surface. Simple in appearance, it is ingeniously balanced to withstand wind, rain, and the weight of his precious cargo. When the chicks hatch, this remarkable father tucks them under his wings, carrying them like a living cradle across the wetlands. With long toes built for walking on floating vegetation, he moves with ease, turning his nest into a safe, mobile home. No high walls, no solid ground, just love, protection, and the quiet proof that sometimes the greatest architect is a father who knows how to keep his young safe in a world of shifting waters. High above the vast forests and wild rivers of North America, the bald eagle, America's proud national symbol, builds sky fortresses worthy of its majesty. Renowned for power and grace in flight, this raptor is equally impressive as a builder. Perched atop the tallest trees, a devoted pair weaves together massive branches, lining their nest with grass, moss, and feathers to cradle new life. Each breeding season, they return, adding new layers until their fortress grows colossal, some reaching nearly 3 meters across, 6 meters deep, and weighing over 2 tons. From a distance, it appears as a floating castle in the treetops, a structure built not just for shelter, but as a monument to loyalty and endurance. Season after season, the male and female work side by side, raising their young with unwavering care. Suspended between earth and sky, the bald eagle's nest stands as a powerful emblem of strength, patience, and love. High in the icy lakes of the Andes, more than 3,000 meters above sea level, the horned coot, plump, gray, and crowned with a tiny horn-like crest, hides an architectural genius beneath its modest appearance. Rather than nesting on shore or in trees, this remarkable bird builds its own island right in the middle of the lake. Working in perfect partnership, the male and female haul thousands of small stones, creating a mound that can weigh over 500 kilograms, rising safely above the water's surface. Only when the rocky foundation is secure do they weave a soft, plant-lined nest at its center, a warm cradle for their young. Surrounded by open water, their floating fortress keeps predators away while soaking in precious sunlight to ward off the Andean chill. In one of the world's harshest highland environments, the horned coot turns a barren, freezing lake into a sanctuary, an enduring testament to resilience, cooperation, and instinctive engineering brilliance. Beneath the golden light of summer, the European bee-eater, draped in dazzling shades of emerald, gold, and chestnut, sets out to create one of nature's most secretive masterpieces. Unlike most birds that build among branches, this vibrant artist of the skies turns to the earth, seeking soft riverbanks, sandy slopes, or sun-baked hillsides. With sharp beaks as chisels and tireless determination, pairs tunnel deep, sometimes up to 2 meters, ending in a snug, hidden chamber where their eggs will rest in warmth and safety. During breeding season, the male becomes both hunter and provider, catching bees, wasps, and other swift insects. Before offering them to his mate, he deftly removes each stinger with surgical precision, a silent act of devotion. Concealed from the world, their underground sanctuary is more than a nest. It is a fortress of love, patience, and protection, where life begins in the shadows, ready to take flight. In the quiet woodlands of Europe, hidden deep among tangled branches, lies a secret masterpiece most will never see. At first glance, it looks like nothing more than a lump of moss. But step closer, and you'll uncover the breathtaking work of the long-tailed tit, a tiny bird with an elegant trailing tail and the heart of an artist. Using over 2,000 pieces of moss stitched together with sticky spider silk, it creates an elastic dome that flexes like a hammock. The outside is camouflaged with bark, roots, and lichen, while inside rests a soft cradle lined with more than 1,500 feathers, each found and carried home. For nearly 3 weeks, this little artisan labors to build a snug sanctuary for up to a dozen precious eggs. High in the trees of Africa, where branches sway above glistening waters, lives a bird whose architectural genius rivals anything mankind has ever built, the hammerkop. With no blueprints, no tools, and only the strength of its beak and instinct, this unassuming, medium-sized bird constructs a towering, dome-shaped fortress that could shelter a small child. Weighing up to 50 kilograms, over a meter tall, and made from more than 8,000 pieces, branches, mud, reeds, and even treasures scavenged from humans like rope or plastic, this masterpiece takes weeks, sometimes months, to complete. Layer upon layer, the hammerkop fortifies its walls against rain, heat, and predators. And when it finally moves on, the story doesn't end. Owls, snakes, bees, and even monkeys move in, making it a lasting gift to the wild. It's not the brightest singer, nor the flashiest in color, but in the art of building, the hammerkop stands as a silent legend, proof that nature's greatest engineers